So all these mums on social media that are like great mums, I don't know if they're a great mum, because I wouldn't want to be sitting next to you and then, having dinner with the kids while you're like setting up your camera and making sure it's all faked, right? Yeah. It's all staged. And so by just even documenting it, you're changing the paradigm of what being a great mum is. Are you a great mum, or are you a great mum because people are watching you?
Money can't buy you happiness. It's bullshit, because it can. It's the vehicle to experiences and so many other opportunities that you have, firstly. But secondly, just to go straight for the kill for anyone who disagrees with me on the podcast, listening to it, if you had but true, like, look at it this way. If you had $1 billion, when do you feel happiest at Christmas? Yeah. When you're receiving or giving gifts? When you're giving. So if you had $1 billion and you could donate 100 million to some sort of charity or some sort of part of the world, or blah, would that make you happy? Fucking oath it would. So money actually can make you happy through the gift of different ways. But that's where, like, just to paint that picture on what you asked, man, this is where my life was, right? 2015, used my wife's credit card and all of her income going into a shared account to live off and be an athlete instead of paying our rent. So we had a big bill due then. Got out of the gym. I had no gym. The gym that I was going to set up on the Central Coast failed, didn't get council approval, and things just messed up and it didn't work out. Mm-hmm. I had nothing, man. It's actually quite funny. I was reflecting. I had 4 different jobs. This is in 2015. This is only, sort of 7-8 years ago. Had 4 different jobs. I was doing online programming. I was working for a chief nutrition bar and supplement place. I was doing a couple of classes a week at 2 different gyms. I had like 4 jobs, man. It was insane. And no money was coming in there. Yeah. We were trialing and error, and she finally fell pregnant, which means coming through. Stella was born in 2016. Then I bought a gym, CrossFit Raw Commando. It had put me in a big hole. The culture was bad there. I over leveraged and borrowed money and went in the hole very, very quickly there. Took on that gym. That was failing. I was traveling an hour and a half, depending on traffic, every day, up and down, both ways, while my wife was heavily pregnant and gave birth to Stella. And the one of my life fell to shit in 2017 because I had no money, Lynn, and I had no stability, and I was in more debt than I'd ever been before in my life. That's what led to I look at all those situations, every single one of them, the trial and error of getting married, having children through IVF, the tribulations and challenges with starting new businesses, buying businesses, traveling, the car that I had, which was fucking dying on me. I look at all those things, and like you said, remove the stories, money would have resolved 99% of the challenges Corinne and I were going through from 2015 to 2018.
All the fights, all the arguments. I'm just going to go back to that. I think, we talk about money not buying you happiness. It's not so much that it's buying. I think there's a flip side to that. I think there's a side where people give up their family, friends, they become assholes and they chase money. And so the narrative happens because, you see this person chasing money, they stop talking to you, they're mean to you, they treat you like dirt because you have no money. I think there's that side which is valid. But I'd like to think that money, not so much buys me happiness or anything like that. Money gives you patience. And patience is the most important thing you need as a man, a business owner, a husband, to literally just be patient. Like, if Ocean breaks the glass, my favorite coffee glass, I'm not going to, spit the dummy because that's the glass. I'm not going to say, Ocean, how could you be so careless, or pretend like it's something. It's an inconvenience. Okay. But it's there because I have to clean it up. It's a mess, but then I have to replace it. If she threw a rock at my Porsche yesterday, bro. Threw a rock. She's like, Daddy, I'm going to throw a rock. And that's I'm like, yo, lucky, that's me. Lucky I got, like, even then I was twitching my ass. Like, yo, that's...
What would Elle do? Elle's got patience. What would Alex do?
Right? Even at that level. Like, cool. There's just levels. You know what I mean? Like,
that's what I'm saying about your watches. You got your watches everywhere.
That's right. It's just levels. And so I'm like, lucky that, you're not throwing it at... Lucky this is not, my dad's car, because my dad would have given her a different response. Just like, whack, great whack, right? But money buys you patience, and I think it's so important for a man, getting back to that, to get your money situation sorted. And if you haven't gotten it, you got to figure it out. Because I think the fundamentals of a really good family dynamic in what I've seen is when your wife can feel the ability to literally be a mum and be okay and still have her needs met. Like, she'll want this and she'll want that. Women just want everything. There was this saying I said on the other podcast, men want power and pussy. Like, we want women and we want more power. We want to become more powerful. We want to have more success, power, and women. That's literally what you and I wake up thinking about. That drives 99.999% of our actions. And women want everything. That's the other thing. Women want the holidays. Women want to be a stay-at-home mum. They want to have their side little hustle business. Maybe they want to be a boss babe today. Maybe they want to have lots of friends. Maybe they don't want to have any friends at all. It just is what it is, man. And when you can accept that as truth, and if you can accept that truth, then you can operate within truth. And now you can win the game because you know how to operate and play the game. You know, I used to look back at Karen and go, hey, like, I gave you that one holiday. Why do you want another one? I just paid for that holiday. That was a real expense. We went out. We went to Europe. We've done your dream. You're like, no, I want that every month. And I'm like, fuck. You know? And until I operated within the truth, like, my responsibility as part of the family unit is to provide and protect. Like, and if I can do my job, then she can enable to be the rock and the foundation for the kids and give them the patience and the love that they need. And I can come in and I can help them with leadership and I can help be a role model for them. And so going back to that, the woman has the most important job in the world that unfortunately is not recognized. It's not, you know, the woman that's being a mum is not posting about being a mum on social media, because as soon as you post shit on social media, you're no longer being the mum. Does that make sense? The ironic part is these women, these people that are doing a great job are unrecognized, because if they were posting and they were getting the recognition, they wouldn't be doing it. Yes. Yeah. So all these mums on social media that are like great mums, I don't know if they're a great mum, because I wouldn't want to be sitting next to you whilst, and then, you know, having dinner with the kids while you're like setting up your camera and making sure it's all faked, right? Yeah. It's all staged. And so by just even documenting it, you're changing the paradigm of what being a great mum is. Are you a great mum, or are you a great mum because people are watching you? Are you just genuinely a great mum because you want the best for your kids, or are you a great mum because you want other people to think you're a great mum?
It's hard, isn't it? Because
I think that's the most fucked up part about social media is genuinely we don't know. We have all these people that we look at and we're like, oh, you're a great mum. But fuck, man, if I was to look in their lives, if I was to be their husbands, and my wife is literally going, wait, kids, you can't eat yet because like I have to get a camera out. And we have to get camera, and she's like, not. Holy shit, man!